What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Baldmanreacts. Today, we are checking out the Gazette and the track Miseinen. Now, this is a big one, and I'm always a little apprehensive in some ways when I get into tracks that have the level of emotional meaning and connection for so many people, and in a lot of ways for the band themselves, that this track happens to hold. I know it's an incredibly powerful track. The lyrics are absolutely soul-shaking, in my opinion. I am using the translation from Key, otherwise known as Heresiarchy, and she's done a phenomenal job in her research to get her interpretation as good as she possibly can. And I do like her interpretation more than I do with the lyrics on the YouTube video I'm using. So, having read those quite a few times to truly prepare myself for actually hearing the track, I know it's a big one. I know it's an emotional one. And from many people that I have asked for advice, this seems to be the best live performance of the track, in the opinions of most people that I certainly trust. So, let's get into it, shall we? The band is the Gazette. The track is Miseinen. For the 15th live, and here we go.
Yes, sir! 愛してます。見せれ!
I still always marvel at what the Gazette does with tracks that have such powerful, gut-wrenching lyrics. They make them into these really pretty, fun-feeling, moving, poppy tracks that add a different feel to these incredibly powerful lyrics. Certainly has that very early pop punk Gazette feeling. Really like the lead there for Bura. Very subtle. I like that deep, rich mid-range that Ricky's using here. Great build by Kai. Such a great, it's that contrast that's so powerful with stuff like this for me. It's such a fun pop punk feeling track, and it's certainly not what I would expect from a Suicide song. Really nice lead work here. Nice vibrato he's using. I really like that riffing. Really strong bass soloing here. Nice they spotlight rates a little bit in the performance. I like that he is using that delicate voice of his a little bit in certain parts. Great vibrato there. Really enjoy this shift. See the emotion come out of these guys, and that's incredible. Having the lyrics in mind, it makes this track so powerful. And this passage here, it just starts to sit deep in my chest. It's all the emotions that the lyrics evoke that really just hit me like a sledgehammer. Really make you lock into this really beautiful sing-song passage. Absolutely phenomenal drumming. I like that shift once again. Back to that driving gallant beat. Love how strong these grooves are. Another really nice lead. Really love both guitar players' tones. Outstanding. Nice improvisation from Kai there at the end. Just love how he emotes and feels through his drum passages. That was Miseinen by the Gazette. And it really amazes me because it's so different than what I'm used to on how the Gazette do, especially in the earlier days, their really emotional tracks tend to be in these really fun, enjoyable pop punk very catchy, very accessible tracks. And they have these incredibly heavy, weighty lyrics. You know, I'm a metalhead, and I grew up with listening to stuff like, I think the first real powerful suicide song I ever heard was Fade to Black by Metallica off of Ride the Lightning in 84 when that was released. And I heard it for the first time, God, 87, 88. And it's dark, it's intense, it's very powerful, but you feel all that darkness and all that sorrow and that anger and that angst. You feel all of that throughout the entire track, and it rips at you across the entire spectrum, from the music to the lyrics. And I listen to a lot of the Gazette stuff, and I read the lyrics, which are so truly important to me. Being a fan of the Gazette is just how powerful and well written their lyrics are. And I'm blown away by the lyrics. And I made sure I read the lyrics to this one here several times before I shot the video. So I had them in my mind and I could follow through with it while still taking in the live, because they are such a great live band. And it really is that contrast of this enjoyable, catchy, very hooky song that makes you feel good, while you have these incredibly powerful lyrics touching on really dark, intense, emotional topics. In this case, suicide, which of course is a really tough one. And I think many of us have lost amazing people to suicide, or we've felt it ourselves, or thought about it, or contemplated it, or fought those demons to stay away from it. And I love that they're able to make these songs that feel amazing and feel good and you feel happy, and they use these as vehicles for such powerful lyrics, because it really is so different for me. And I'm one of those people where I actually like when I'm in a dark headspace, I love listening to songs that are dark and painful and powerful, because it pulls me out of that darkness. And the more I listen to a lot of the earlier Gazette that have that more pop punk, happy sound with the dark lyrics, the more I find yet another incredibly wonderful place to go to listen to help me pull me out of that, and do it in a very different, very enjoyable way. To see the emotion on the faces of the band playing this, to see Howie crying, you can certainly see they feel it, which is truly the mark of amazing musicians, when they can allow themselves to let go in the middle of a performance and show that emotion, which is one of the reasons why I think Alter Bridge is probably one of the best live bands I've ever seen, with the thousands of bands that I've had a chance to see in my lifetime. because they're so open and emotional with themselves, and they allow that to come out on stage. The Gazette do a phenomenal job of it. And I was apprehensive about doing this video because I know it has so much meaning to so many of you. And it's such a beautiful set of lyrics with such an incredibly fun, enjoyable track. And for a live mix, it's really strong. It's enjoyable. I would have liked to hear Uraha's lead tone up a little bit more, to have a little bit more punch in my face. But that's a minor quip, and it's certainly a personal preference. But I was worried that I wouldn't be able to do this justice because it is such a difficult topic. And I think so many of you out there probably use this one when you're in that headspace, and it probably helps pull you out of that darkness. And it's certainly a great one to do it. It's certainly gonna go into my list alongside tracks like Megadeth's To Le Monde, Pantera's Suicide Notes Part 1 and 2, Sentenced, Excuse Me While I Kill, Please Excuse Me While I Kill Myself, Exodus's Good Day to Die, Soilworks' Departure Plan, and several others. But this is going to be sitting right there. During Gray's Behind a Vacant Image is another one that has really become a pull me out of it song. And I appreciate the patience. I know it's been a little while since I've done some Gazette, and I want it to be one that I knew was going to be powerful. So hopefully I did it justice. These guys have truly become a personal favorite of mine since I was shown them by Clearum so many months ago now, back in December. And they're a band that is very dear to my heart. So I love you guys. I've got some more from them coming. Hopefully I've got a big Patreon playlist of 10 tracks that I want to get to in the next couple of days. So hopefully we will have that as well. But I wanted to get up something quick for you. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. I know the content's been a little light, and I do apologize for that. Thank you to my law enforcement, military veterans, and first responders for what you do every day. Oh, you know what? I am remiss. I want to mention that Heresiarchy, she has a page, a Go Coffee page, which is kind of similar to Patreon, but you can donate a little bit to her, buy her a cup of coffee. I think it's €3. It's like $3.50 US, so it's about the price of a decent non-espresso cup of coffee. I mean, the average venti at Starbucks is over $5 US anyway. Myself and some others have donated to her. It's difficult some points doing what she does and what I do here on the channel. You always want to do more, and having a little bit of extra cash certainly helps. And what she does is amazing. I use so many of her translations here on the channel, to include the translation that I've used for this track. And it allows me to have a better connection to the songs and to understand them more, to really be able to pull that emotion out of me, which in turn I'm able to give to you here through these videos. So if you love what she does, what's allowing me to do what I do, please consider stopping by and possibly supporting her, because she deserves it. And it certainly makes my life as a critic, especially doing reaction videos, so much easier because I have just a truly in-depth, well-researched, well-thought-out translation of lyrics to bands like the Gazette and Miseinen and Datorama and so many others that she's getting into. So I know several of you follow her. I know a lot of you are fans of what she's doing. So the link to her page will be in the description below. Stop by, tell her you'll ever buy her a cup of coffee if you so desire, because she certainly deserves the support. I have, and I will continue to do so every now and then because she deserves it. So, once again, you have been awesome. I have been Baldman. I'll see you in the next one. Be excellent to each other and keep headbanging.